Italian style design. We got some big chunky looks, a little something for everybody. And because it's 925 sterling silver, it's going to be, well, affordable for a little time at least. Silver has been going up. It hasn't quite followed the exact trajectory of gold, but it is a traded commodity, it is a precious metal, and I think that you're going to see the price of silver really kind of start to skyrocket because there's so many competing interests that want to use the silver. Why? Well, the silver jewelry's never been more popular. White metals, white precious metals, that is. In other words, they're finite. It's elemental. But it's one of those situations where we've got gold kind of rocket ship. It recently sort of just hit us, we hope, a plateau because that's going to be better for your pocketbooks. But we don't know how long that will last, and it probably will continue to zig and zag up. But because people are moving away from gold, more jewelry is going to be put in silver, thus driving up the price because also there's a lot of electronic interest and everything in silver as well. Like the apparatus that you're watching me on, for example, yes, it more than likely has silver in it, as do almost all modern electronic devices, or at least the intricately detailed ones that have CPUs and all that good stuff. Now, we're going to start the show off with something that's going to be not 925 sterling silver. It's going to be 999 silver. In other words, it's going to be the purest form. It's been one of our best-selling items. We've got the 5-gram bars. Your purchase feeds, real quick. Well, let's keep with the house cleaning. So this will be shop 1, correct, and then I'll get into your purchase feeds because that's something interesting too. This is going to be the 5-gram. It's the big boy. All right, that's that leaf in hand bar. Wealth, harmony, prosperity. Big fan of all three of those things, right? And it's 5 grams. So what you have there is basically investment grade silver. That's going to be shop 1. So for everybody who's watching, no matter what social media platform you're watching on, you're going to put in the comment section right here, shop 1, for example, if you're interested in that one. We have 3 different permutations of that one that we're going to offer to you today. Actually, it looks like 4.
Yeah, that's what I noticed.
Okay, check all the prices on them. Make sure they're all going to be the lower price.
So we have different pricing on the dollar.
No, it looks like the peacock is the different pricing. Okay, well, we'll work it out. In that case, I want everybody, if for whatever reason something I say is not working out, for example, if when you punch that in, if you're not either given a code, which you will be on the TikTok side, right?
Yes.
Our wonderful producer, Elias, here is going to send you back a code. You should just click on that, and then I'll redirect you to the website where you can then check out and go about procuring the item. Just remember to put in the code LIVE25, everybody. So first item will be shop 1. Second item will be shop 2. But if you have any issues, let's call this number right here. This is our personal shopper line, exclusive to the live stream, not the one I give you when I'm on TV, which will be Tuesday night with Deanna from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. But that's 888-835-2237. Go ahead and save that in your phone. Going to definitely come in handy, okay? Other than that, let's put back up the previous screen. Well, you do have the Live 25 code. Remember that, because that's going to knock off an additional 25% off of an already lowered price. Okay? So we like that as well. Whether you're talking to the personal shopper or not, just say, hey, I want to make sure I use the code Live25. Also, your purchase feeds, what is that? Well, this is an organization that we've been involved with for a number of years. They have a sort of a branch of their, I believe, organization in Shayapatra, which is in India, where our parent company is located, which is why you get all the great deals on a lot of the jewelry that you get, which we're going to be delivering a lot of that to you today, because basically you're getting it direct from the source. Our parent company, they give it to us at the reduced rate. You could see the same item probably somewhere in Europe or somewhere in Africa, somewhere in the Middle East, or somewhere in Asia for, a lot more, big, huge markup if you go to any of their fine jewelry stores, the exact same thing. So one of the largest companies in the world in terms of manufacturing has its perks. And because they're our parent company, we're able to basically give it to you with only a slight markup, and then you get it for basically dealer prices, which is why we have so many vendors that shop here. Okay? So, but Your Purchase Feeds organization is something we've been involved with a number of years. We've committed to doing that on your behalf. We don't raise your price for whatever given item it might be. We eat it, but we do that on your behalf, deliver a meal to, a nutritious meal to a child in need. So we're at over 100 million meals now, if you count our two UK offices and our German office, which is the Shop LC version of those two countries. So it's a beautiful thing. Again, not raising up the price on you. It's something we committed to. We take it out of our end, and you just get to basically get a beautiful piece of jewelry or whatever it may be here. It could be a home good, whatever. No matter how big or small the purchase is, it could be a $10 purchase. It could be a $10,000 purchase. And we're gonna deliver a meal on your behalf, which is a beautiful thing. Kids don't get to choose the circumstances which they're born into and all that good or bad stuff in certain scenarios. So they need good food to nourish their mind. So it's a beautiful thing. All right. That being said, you guys ready to see some cool stuff? I think you are. So we're going to give you 4 separate options here. I'm going to encourage you to call the personal shopper on this one and just use the code LIVE25 on this particular item because I think there's some discrepancy on the website. So that being said, these are 5 grams. They're not going to be sterling or 925 silver, which you'll see in a lot of, this is like investment grade, the 100% real deal. Although technically, there might be a 0.0001 bit of impurity somehow that gets in there. So for legal reasons, you call it 99.99999, right? But for all intents and purposes, we're talking about 100% solid, the real deal. For that reason alone, unless you want to just get a bunch of them and you don't care if it oxidizes or tarnishes, then I would keep it in the plastic case. I think you could cut the Shop LC portion or off it. I think the plastic case is actually, so yeah, but I'd keep it in the casing that it's in. You might be able to cut around that if you so choose, if you wanted to maybe display them. But if you wanted to make it into jewelry, it'd make a very cool kind of a dog tag pendant. For example, we've got the snake here. And these are 5 grams though. Understand, these are 5 grams. We're doing it for $39.99. You're going to take the 25% off and get it down to basically $29.99.
Correct.
Is going to be your final price on there. So haven't done them lower than that. We're going to guarantee that price for the remainder of the next 24 hours. So you have 24 hours with any item that we have today, that we offer you today. And after that, all bets are off. Chances are it raises up in the system. The Live 25 code no longer is applicable to that. This will be Shop 1. We've moved thousands and thousands and thousands of these units. Makes a perfect gift. Makes it perfect for that collector that somebody likes, like coins, for example, would love something like this. You have an image on both sides. For example, here's the snake, and then you've got the sort of high sheen mirror-like side there. Well, we're talking about, we're talking about one of the most highly reflective metals in the world, right? They make mirrors out of it, and this has a mirror-like finish on the front. So you're getting something very spectacular, and you can see the reflection in that mirror. Snake, very cool on that one. I like the leaf in hand. That one's got the wealth, prosperity, and my eyes are terrible, and harmony. All 3 very, very cool things. But again, these are the 5 gram bars. These are not the ones that we sold the other night for $10 on the 1 gram ones. So to get that for $29.99, fantastic deal. Perfect for if you have maybe you're going to a baby shower or something like that. No, we're not going to let the baby play around with it. They'll probably eat it. And
Graduation.
But give it to the parents, and then they can put it away for the youngster. The potential baby or the toddler or whomever. Graduation's definitely something. Just tell them, look, this is going to be something that is going to be valuable going forward in the years. How valuable? Nobody really knows. I'm not an investment advisor, but you look at history, and it has continually gone up for the most part, with some maybe 1 or 2 down years, but it's kind of zigged and zags. But for the most part, when you have something that's finite, something that has been in demand, something that has been used as currency for thousands of years, they give what's his name, the cat that betrayed Jesus, Judas, 30 pieces of silver. So it used this as a form of currency for thousands of years, and very valuable and very beautiful too. So this is just a really cool item, kind of a novel item. I think in terms of what we offer here, normally we'll give you amazing jewelry and stuff. Also going to be valuable, again, because it is precious metal. But when you get that 99.9999, that is very, very solid. So we're going to offer you the peacock. There's that. Offer you the leaf in hand. That's the wealth, prosperity, and harmony. And then you've got the stupendous snake, which is also very cool. Very cool. And if you want to, you make some kind of, you can do like some kind of little cool display or something for it, or you just put them away in a safety deposit box and come back in 5 years and you'll thank us. That will probably be the scenario. You thanking us. But do what you will with it. But it's going to be valuable. It is valuable. In fact, we have a 60. We had one that was like $60. We use it as, occasionally on the TV side of things, we'll show you comps just to give you an idea of what things go for out there in the traditional marketplace or in the your traditional brick and mortars. And we had one that was like at 1 gram, and I think that one was at like $60.30 just for 1 gram of 999 silver. No better silver than what we're offering, but that's just kind of just to demonstrate the difference. All right, so I want you to call this number and tell them it's shop 1 if in fact this is something you're interested in. Also, you're going to have what is called budget pay available to you. Now it's going to be 3 budget pays. So basically it's going to be $10. If you want to get it home, see if you love it. If you could go around and shop and find 999 silver for a better deal, a 5 gram for a better deal, I encourage you to take advantage of that. Return this. You have a 30-day inspection period. I don't think that you find that, and not in the quality that we're offering here. That's fantastic. That's going to be shop 1. Okay? Shop 1. We're going to move on to shop 2 because we have a ton to get to, and I tend to...
Now, we do have 2 options on our bracelet.
Okay.
They're going to be both under the same shop 2.
All right. I like this. Shop 2. Where are you? This guy right here, I'm guessing. No, you. Stand still, laddie. Got a couple that kind of favor each other. I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
We have let me see.
This is the 7.5. 1.5. So it's either this one or that one. They look very similar. I'm just trying to look at
these things.
You think so?
Yes.
Excellent. So, ladies or gentlemen, this is 7.5, so it's probably going to accommodate a lot of gentlemen. I wear about a 7 3/4. I can squeeze it into. I'm probably not. It's not going to necessarily work for me. But if you fall in love with it, or ladies, if you need something larger than a 7.5. What I'm going to encourage you to do is go to shoplc.com. Or while you're there, when you get redirected there, look up an extender. We sell extenders like all day, every day. Okay?
Clasp.
Yeah, and because this has the lobster claw clasp, you can put a little extender on there. We have like those little bolo extenders, which will allow you to make it a lot bigger or a little bit bigger or whatever you need. And it'll give you an extra inch or so at least. So, what we're offering here, you got this really, really nice bit. Now, these are going to be sterling silver, right?
Yes.
But in the case of the gold, obviously that one's going to be 14 karat yellow gold. So we got a popcorn chain bracelet. Give you a nice thick look here on this one too. I'm wearing the other two other ones that we have in case you were wondering. Those are coming up. But this is going to be shop 2. So what you have is this really nice, it's got a really nice link. They're all intricately weaved together. Going to give you a nice wide band look there. Yeah, it doesn't quite work for me, but I think this worked for the guys too. I mean, guys, if you can rock a 7.5, this one is a true 7.5. That's the gold one. Fantastic. You're not going to believe what we're going to be doing on this. Now, this is nearly 7 grams. It looks like a lot more because of the width of it, right? It looks expensive because it, quite frankly, should be expensive. In the retail world, you wouldn't skate away with one of these for less than, I think, $300. What we have a $249. I think that's probably low. I think another reason, let me back up a little bit. Another reason why we're doing this show today is because a lot of the deals that we're making, we have JCK coming up pretty soon, all right? The Las Vegas. Or was it JCK? Yeah.
Yes.
That's going to be your Las Vegas, like the biggest one in North America, the biggest jewelry show. Now, we'll probably make some contacts there. The problem is with importing and everything, a little bit of tariffs, not saying it's bad or good, making any kind of commentary politically wise, I'm just saying that there's probably going to be some effect, and it's going to have to be factored in. Because a lot of stuff, I mean, think about even with precious metal, it's not necessarily mined in the U.S. If it is, the jewelry itself, for example, and this looks like has that Italian look. It may have been done through one of our Italian offices that we sort of partner with, but definitely has that look with the popcorn.
Yeah, I see.
But well, there's going to be some sort of tariff on it, so we're going to have to pass that savings on, or at least eat it a little bit in conjunction with you. So, in other words, what you're getting here today, and the reason why I wanted to do this show today, because all these deals were made pre any of the tariff stuff or any of the markups that you're going to experience through that, the surge as they're calling. That is probably going to be a real thing unless there's some drastic change. It's not the end of the world. It just means that something today, for example, when we're offering this to you for $29.99 after you use the code LIVE25, of course. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay, so it's going to be $39, so you're basically $39. You're going to use the code LIVE25, and you're going to get it for $29. That, in the future, if we're doing this exact same show, had this exact same product, that in the future probably going to stay at the $39.99. Now, that's not the end of the world, but that is also 25% more, right?
Just for like,
Oh, excellent. And just to kind of give you guys a receipt on this is going to be shop 2. We have 2 different opportunities for you. You've got really nice 925 sterling silver that's going to last ensure the lasting beauty of it, the Italian craftsmanship of this design. That's going to give it that timeless artistry. And they're going to give you a nice thick look too. So that one's going to be a true 7.5, as you can see right there. All right. I'm not just bunching it up at the top. No. Yeah, right at 7.5. Maybe just a hair over. Just a hair, but probably going to be a true 7.5. Okay? So, my advice to you would be, if you want to grab one of those, go for it. It's going to be shop 2.
Yes.
And what did you do with my sheets?
I have them.
Oh, you see my sheets. Okay.
Exactly.
But what I would recommend is go ahead and grab both of them. Call a personal shopper. See if they won't maybe give you, if you grab them both, maybe they'll try to give you a little bit of extra off. I can't make any promises, but that personal shopper, that number is 888-835-2237. 888-835-2237. If, in fact, you want to get them both and just say, hey, Chris, the show host told me to ask you if I could get a little bit of extra percentage off if, in fact, I grab them both. Or if you plan on making that and maybe another purchase in the show, see if they'll give you a little something extra, because we do tend to want to encourage multiple purchases. It behooves us. We'll take a little hit on it. Sometimes, can't guarantee it, right? But that would definitely be the route to go if, in fact, you want to grab both of these. I think they look really cool, ladies, layered up.
Yeah.
I think that's a hot look for sure. You're already getting a big, nice wideband look.
I was going to say, we actually have a review from Deborah who actually did that exact thing.
Let's take a look. She says, I love this bracelet. It's so pretty. It goes great with silver or gold pieces that I bought, that I've also bought. Hold on. It goes great with silver or gold pieces. I also bought the silver. Okay, so she bought both of them. Very quick receiving both that I bought. The buy all. So, yeah, awesome. Thank you, Deborah. And then, love my bracelets. They fit perfectly. Okay. So we got a lot of 5-star reviews on that. And it is quite lovely indeed. So that would be the popcorn chain bracelet. And it's got very, very nice, very slinky movement. So it's very well designed, very well crafted. And again, it has some nice weight to it, but definitely gives you that full. And it feels very, very comfortable on the skin. I have kind of hairy arms, as you can very well see. And it's not like plucking at them or anything like that. So if you haven't had a little peach fuzz or whatever, no big deal. But it's going to feel very, very comfortable. And of course, look very, very luxurious. So we're doing it for the same price. That's going to be shop 2. Shop 2. Highly encourage you. How many do we have of those? Do we have enough to go around?
We have exactly 3 dozen available.
Okay, that's between the 2 of them?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to have about, 36? About 36 of those from the time we printed that out from this morning. Could go down. Don't forget the code Live25 though. All right, you're going to get it down to $29 for something that I don't think you skate away from it in retail for less than $300. Maybe if you're lucky, $199, but to get it for a fraction of that price. Very, very nice. Remember the code Live25, of course, whether you're calling the personal shopper or not with that one, with everyone that we're going to offer you today. Here's that personal shopper number again if you decide you want to get both of them. See if they may take off a little bit. I can't promise that they will, but it couldn't hurt. It's good, definitely good advice to give it a shot. And they're not going to try to hard sell you into anything else or do anything like that. They're not selling timeshares or anything. They're going to just be as helpful as they can. They'll give you a straightforward answer. Say, yeah, we'll look into it. We'll see if we can't maybe take a little bit off. And if they can, they will, because they're really, really great like that. Now, let's move on to shop 3.
Correct. Our own earrings of the shop.
And they are magnificent. So, got a nice dangle to those, right? We're liking that. I like the sort of filigree work there, which is very lovely indeed. Here, let me do this. Let me do it this way for you, friends. So you got all that nice open work, sort of fleur-de-lis, sort of kissing swan type design on those. It is the only pair that we have. Now these are going to be 14 karat yellow gold plated over sterling silver. So you're going to have a very, very expensive look with that gold look. Very intricate filigree work there. So you got the open work earrings. They feature designs. They're crafted with precision. Delicate, intricately patterned. I'm loving it. So you got a lot of nice depth and dimension to those. Hypoallergenic because you're talking about nickel-free sterling silver. And of course you have the gold overlay. That's considered hypoallergenic metal as well. We always use in any of our alloys. Like for example, 14 karat gold, going to have a little bit of alloy in it, but we always use hypoallergenic alloys, that sort of thing. But these are going to give you timeless beauty. Again, they've got the shepherd's hook back, so you can sort of, once you get them in, you just kind of, it's a malleable metal. You just pinch them, and they'll stay nice and secure on your ears. Not going to be, they got they're not like quite shoulder sweepers, but ladies, I think these are going to be that perfect go-to for, I don't know, whether you're wanting to dress up or just kind of have a pair of jeans on, just, going out more casual. I think they work on a lot of different levels. Or you're going out to the beach or whatever. I wouldn't get in the ocean with them because that's going to degrade the 14 karat gold overlay. But it's your call. But the good news is we're doing these for $49.99. Now once you use the code LIVE25, will then be able to get these. And it's the only pair of earrings that we have today in this entire really sweet setup that we have for you here. It's the only pair of earrings that we have. So I'm going to say you need to grab those quick. They are limited, but you're going to get them for $37.49. You have the budget pay. I want to explain a little bit about budget pay. I didn't really talk in depth about this when I first mentioned it. The budget pay, that is available to everybody. That is not us trying to hawk some credit card on you or get you to sign up for any kind of special thing where we're going to spam you all day, every day. It's none of that. It's available to everybody. It's just a chance for you to break in this case, $37.49 into more bite-sized payments. So in this case, 3 payments. So you would pay $12.50,
right.
Get them home, make sure you're in love with them. If you're not, with any item that we show you today, unless it's a clearance item, you're going to have the prerogative to return that. As long as you keep a tag on it. If it has a little tag, if one of these has a little tag on it, then you can't go out clubbing with them unless you want to be that. Unless you want to be tacky and have a tag kind of hanging out. So in other words, but you'll know once you get them home if you love them. I think you're going to absolutely love them. But you will be able to return them within a 30-day period if you so choose. So that's going to be an availability to you too, which really takes all the sort of guesswork and the if you have buyer's remorse, which you won't, but if in fact you do for whatever reason or times got hard, that 30-day inspection period is pretty. Makes everything, for the most part, risk-free because you get your $12 back, assuming you put down the $12.50. All right, but if you were to pay the budget pay on this, $12.50, then you're going to pay less than 50 cents a day for the remaining 2 months. there's nothing that I can think of that you can get this day and age for 50 cents. Off the top of my head, some wallet in my backyard, or back pocket, for 50 cents, right? Of course, it would be less than 50 cents. If it was $15, it would be, about 50 cents a day. So less than 50 cents a day, and you get them home. Now, let's talk about availability here, okay?
We have
For un momento.
slightly over a dozen.
Yeah, okay, so about 15 of those to go around. And I will say we have a pretty decent sized audience here. I will say this. At this price, and because we don't have a lot of the Vermeil earrings, I'll say these will probably sell out if we have the right customers watching. The prices is unbelievable. That much y'all probably know. Now, what I'll also say is, very quickly, if you have any questions for me, and it's not something you feel like, or you just want to say hello, whatever, I didn't mention this at the top, but always feel free to chime in. We're live, and we try to be as responsive as possible. If it's just even to say hello, just keep it PG, whatnot, we love to hear from you guys, okay? Also, if you would, please like us on your various social media platforms. If it's the TikTok, then just give it all the heart. That goes a long way, sort of spreading the word, and allows us to make more sales here by having more eyeballs, and then by extension to that, we're able to keep these prices very, very low for you. We do these shows every day, 7 days a week. We have 10 a.m. Central Time, which we're running right now, and the 2 p.m., which we'll be back later this afternoon for you. I'm going to have an Emerald Extravaganza. Right. So, that being said, what we're talking about here is the only pair. We got 15 of those to go around, give or take, because sometimes whenever we have these checked out, there'll be one like that's not accounted for. But this one, I got to tell you, and it's not just gold overlay on top of mystery metal. That's an important distinction here, because we are talking. Today's theme is going to be, it's a silver themed show, right? So that's another important distinction when you're talking about precious metal. Precious white metal underneath, and then of course that precious gold, also considered a noble metal, right? It's also going to keep them from tarnishing as quickly because you're going to have that overlay. So gold tends to not do that. That's a silver property. If silver does, though, I don't want to say it's necessarily a bad thing. It's a defense mechanism for silver. Just oxidizes it a little bit, but you can always polish it away. No big deal. All right. So that said, 4.7. We got 40 reviews on these earrings, okay? 40 reviews and 4.7 out of 5 stars. That tells me just about everybody who got them is A, pleased with the product, and B, pleased with the price. So it was no like, oh, I got them home and then they just weren't quite what I thought they were. No, it's like I got them home, super love them, super happy with the purchase, super happy with the price that I paid. So you're getting an amazing price on these, lowest guarantee that we've ever done it, and to be able to get these home for $12 with 0 interest payments on the remaining 2 payments, so $12.50 investment gets them home. You fall in love with them, and then you pay less than 50 cents a day for the next 2 months, and you're donezo. But you're not going to pay any interest on that. Excellent opportunity. Kelly says, I love these. They're beautiful, lots of detail, and lightweight, which is great for aging earlobes. Would definitely recommend. Yeah, that's another thing. She talks about aging earlobes. I think these are cute on younger, older, in between. I think these are just a really good classic look. So let's take advantage of that. You got just a symphony of really exquisite artistry on those. So I say go for it. And again, you do not have that many opportunities. So a little bit over a dozen to take advantage of those. The only pair of earrings we have today, and they are lovely indeed. I'm going to give you one last look just to kind of give you an idea of scale. Do you think that? They look pretty good on me, right? Yeah. But they're going to look a lot better on you, ladies. All right, so I'm going to keep those kind of up behind us there. That was going to be shot 3, okay? Shot 3. Again, any issues you have, always call the personal shopper line, which we just put up for you back there. In fact, go ahead and save that phone number, if you would. It's definitely going.
Now we have 2 options on this next option. We have sterling silver and a 14K yellow gold over Vermeil.
Although they're not on the same banner?
Yeah, they're not. I will put the SKU in there.
Okay, so we're going to call them the same one. They'll both be shop 4? or shop 4 and 5 respectively?
We'll do 4 and 5.
Okay.
Do 4 and 5. It's not confusing.
Very good, very good, very good. Silver, let's see, silken weave chain. Here again, now that's going to be, basically this is going to be the perfect one to go, I think, with, this is not the matchy to go with this. Okay, because I was about to say we probably should have done this with the shop 2, because I think that is the exact match to go with those.
Let me check.
Yeah.
You're right.
And if it is, maybe we. I don't want to mess up your game plan though, but this is fine. Now this is going to give you a little bit thicker look than the one I was just discussing. But I think these would look fantastic with the shop 2 item that we showed you, that bracelet. This is just a very thick version of that. It's a little bit chunkier. All right, so we're giving you 2 different options here. So we'll call it what, shop 3 or shop 4?
Shop 4 on the yellow gold, and then sterling silver is going to be shop 5.
Okay, so I'll just focus on the yellow gold for right now then. Just keep in mind we've got the exact same setup.
Put it on the other screen.
Okay, and we'll do, yeah. So shop 4 and shop 5 on the silver one. Are we doing the same price on them?
Let me confirm. Yes, we are. $139.
Excellent. Do you hear that, folks? $139. Now, this is over 22 grams. It looks expensive. It should be expensive. It is made in 14 karat gold. You've got this nice silver, kind of silken weave chain. In fact, that's the name of it, right? Silver silken weave chain. Yeah.
Correct.
And I was like, where did that come from? It was stuck in my head. I was like, oh yeah, it's because that's what it says in our information. But that's a very good description. Pretty much a newer item that we have here for you there, friends.
It's going to be our number 4.
Okay, so this our number 4. Oh, there it goes. Okay, got it. Holy cow. Yeah, this is amazing. This is something that I think you're going to see out there easily for like closer to the $1,000 range, knocking on that door. But you got all these intricately detailed, and you can see right there, they just go all the way around. You have the big spring-loaded clasp. That in and of itself almost looks like a little kind of a, something very classy. If it slinks around. But I like this because it's so wide that it's gonna lay nice and flat. This is gonna be a 20-inch. Okay, so 20 inches. Guys, if you want that big bling look, yep, I think this could work for the dudes too. Would not be mad at you because, I mean, for me, 20 inches is kind of getting in that sweet spot where you're going to be able to now kind of tangle it up, wouldn't you know it. But, so I have a 17-inch neck, and even my 17-inch, like, when I had to put on a tie the other day. I've been working out too much, but even my 17-inch neck shirts, I could barely squeeze on the button. So it's going to give you a very cool, nice, full look. But for most people, for me, it's a little bit on the tighter side here with 20 inches because that is so wide, such a big, wide look. But it's going to give you, ladies, absolutely. We're doing it for $139. Okay? If we're talking about 22.4 grams of 14 karat gold, ladies and gentlemen, just multiply that 22 times, probably be 500 per gram, about what 22 is going for out there in the marketplace right now. And you do that math, and it's a really scary math, right? We're doing it for $139. Now, I'm just saying, if in fact this was all solid gold, but you do have that exact look because you've got the overlay, right? That is legit gold on top, and it goes on and on and on and on. So very fantastic look. So on ladies, it probably is going to land about right there on most ladies. So it's going to give you that very nice, very sophisticated, very classy, big bling look. In terms of the measurement on this, I mean, you're talking about very, very wide here. About 10, about a centimeter. About a centimeter wide on that too. So it's going to give you a nice full look. As you can see right there. Magnificent. We love that. And that $139 is not the final word. You're going to get it down to $104.99. So $104.99 is going to get this home outright for something you easily could pay, I don't know, $600-700 if you were to get the exact same style, design, and everything, because it's probably only going to see this at a really high-end luxury retailer. You might be able to get the look in some mystery metal for around $139, or excuse me, $104 in some mystery metal, gold tone, but not the real deal, not over $925 sterling silver. So if this is just sterling silver, which we're about to show you here in just a second, that easily worth the price of admission there. Now, here's the problem. On this one, we have 3 of these to go around. There are only 3. So this is going to be one of those ones. I hate to be that dude that does the hard selling on you here. I'm not going to be like, go, you got to go now, got to go now. If you love it, you kind of got to go now, because this is more than likely going to sell out. Usually when we only have 3 left, a lot of people get the FOMO and that sort of thing, for better or for worse. But I'm basically telling you that so that if you love it, you don't miss out. Because we do have a decent audience here. People have, thousands of people throughout any given show. Some are coming in, popping out, But when you have something very, very special like this and such an unbeatable deal, and you know that you would pay close to probably $600, $700, $800 for this at most retailer establishments, it's a little bit different. It almost has a gold nugget look to me. Like, you ever see those rings from like back in the 80s? I think my dad had one at one point in time. Kind of had that golden, sort of almost gold nugget look. This one's a lot more uniform, but it kind of has that. You know what I'm talking about? You seen those gold nugget sort of rings? We've done them here before.
Yes, we have.
We don't get them enough because it was really popular.
I feel like we sold out on those, to be honest.
Oh, we do. I've only seen them like 2 or 3 times that we've had them here, and we never can keep them in. But I think these will look good if you happen to have one of those. Like, I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, because my dad had one when I was growing up. I think it was like 10 karat gold, but it was like gold nugget little kind of look. This will look really cool with that, I think. So just to give you an idea of the scale there, and look at all that, 14 karat. That looks like money. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Now, this is going to be shop 4, okay? Let's move on to shop 5. It's going to be all ditto everything, so it'll be $104 as well. It's just the silver version of that, okay? It's going to be that same, the weave chain. It's going to be 20 inches as well. Going to be, the 22.4 grams we're talking about. So all of the same, ditto everything, but just with a very highly reflective, one of the most, if not the most, highly reflective of all the metals, at least precious metals, is sterling silver. Now again, it does tend to oxidize over time, so maybe after a year and a half of wearing it, if you get it wet a lot, and just the elements, you're going to need to give it a little polish. No big deal. It'll get back right back to that mirror-like finish. But to get this for $104, now on the last one, we only had 3 of those. I think we have 5 of these to go around.
Correct.
This is going to be the sterling silver version of that. Gentlemen, if you want that big bling look, absolutely, that very expensive look, go for it. 20 inches, going to accommodate both men and women. But ladies, I think this is definitely going to be the one that, you can dress it up, dress it down. It's going to give you a nice full look. You do have a little bit of negative spacing in there. You can barely see it, but it gives it a very nice texturing and a really, really high polished shine on this one too, giving you all that light refraction. So that's one of the beautiful things about being one of the most highly light reflection. One of the most highly reflective. Refraction is when we're talking about, like, for example, like gemstones. They have refraction. This is more of reflective metal. And Becky Booker taught me the difference between those. Thank you, Becky.
I was going to say, between the two, I'd probably lean more towards the sterling silver, just for
I kind of
preference. But
yeah,
I know a lot of the ladies would definitely go for maybe the yellow gold vermeil.
There's no wrong decision. I'd say grab them both. Call the personal shopper. See if you can get an additional 10% off with maybe the purchase of 2 of them. Look, you have a $26 budget pay on both this one or the one that I previously showed you. Okay, so I'm going to kind of hold these up. And I think if you were to get a little small extender or something, you could layer them up and wear them both together, which I think would be a cool look.
Oh, for sure.
If you really want to ball out, ladies. Oh, yes. But that is fantastic. So this one's going to be your silver, and then of course the gold. So this was 104, 105, 5 and 3, 5, 3, 5, 3. That's all we have in those. And look, for $26, you get them home. So that'd be what, $52, $52.50 to be precise. You're not going to pay anything on shipping, so you don't even have to worry about shipping. That's not okay. Then yeah, I get it. They're going to lower the price on this, but then they're going to gouge me for shipping, charging me like $20 for shipping. No, we don't charge you anything on shipping on any item that's going to be over $49.99. So once you hit that $49.99 threshold, whether it be from accumulation of items, maybe let's just say, for example, we sold you a $25 bracelet, which I don't think we have a $25 because we're talking precious metal here. But if we sold you a $25 bracelet, yes, you'd still then have to pay whatever nominal shipping charge it would be, maybe $4.99 to have it shipped. But if you were to buy that $25 bracelet and maybe say, hey, look, I'm going to buy 2 of them. I love it that much. Then you're at $50 because it's 25 and 25, $50. Well, now you're over that threshold and you don't pay anything on shipping from that point on. It can be accumulation of items. So if you're planning on getting more than one item today, you might just want to keep it in your queue for a little bit. Although I will say with this one, because we only have 3 left, I would probably just go ahead and get it because you're going to have that. You're not going to pay shipping on it anyway.
Honestly, this would actually make a good Father's Day gift with Father's Day just around.
Oh, that's right. Good call. Yeah, but Father's Day is about a month away, guys. Maybe a little bit less. That's a cool look. I mean,
get an early look.
Absolutely. Okay, so that's about where it lands, right? So yeah, this is definitely going to work for the gents too, because again, it's going to be 20 inches. Fantastic opportunity. This is shop 4, and the silver version going to be shop 5. Let's grab both of those if you can afford it. And we made it very affordable with the budget pay. 0 interest, 0 credit card check or anything like that. It would be about $53 when all the dust settles. About $53 to get both of them home. And if you don't like one of them, you can send it back. But I think you're going to love them both. That's a cool item. Very limited. Very, very limited. As are lots of things that we're going to be showing you throughout the course of this show. Now, I'm going to set these back up here. I know it does look attractive. That looks fine. So I'm going to try not to make a mess, but those are so big and kind of chunky. I just want to have them sit down. Now, this next item, I love this. You kind of get, your first impression is that of like a rope chain. It's not though. This one's got like a weave. Really cool. We'll call it the Bismarck chain bracelet. These are awesome. Now, once again, we got it in the look of gold with the 14 karat gold overlay. All right. We've also got it in the sterling silver as well. This is the Bismarck chain. It's like a really beautiful weave chain. I think these work for the gentleman as well because they are going to accommodate, it says 7 inches, but I think this is going to accommodate through these jump rings up to an 8. Don't quote me just yet. Let's see.
I'm liking the weight to it as well.
It is. It's a very weighty piece. Almost 8 grams, basically. And yes, with those jump rings, this shall...
What do you think? This could actually be like an anklet for the ladies?
Probably not, unless they have like an 8 little itty bitty teeny tiny 8 inch. But this will go up to 8, I think. Hold on, let me get an actual measurement. It's going to be stretching it, but 7. I don't want anybody to be scared off by the 7. That's a minimum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Okay, so yeah, you do have definitely up to an 8. So. I wish they would change that. We can't change that in the graphics, can we? Mm-mm. All right, so don't get scared off by the 7. Gentlemen, if you want that, because you've got the jump rings down there, notice that jump ring goes down to at least 8, maybe just a hair over. So we'll just call it an 8. All right, so these are going to work for both men and women, or ladies if you need the larger. The 8, lots of ladies do need that. If you need a little bit larger than an 8, that last jump ring, you might be able to squeeze into it, but you can always go and get an extender. These are going to be both under the same banner. So this will be shop 6, okay?
Correct.
Ladies, they're going to look super cool layered up. Or gentlemen, quite frankly, if you want to layer them up, I wouldn't be mad at you. But that is a very, very solid look. And if you'll just look really closely, you see all that beautiful weaved work in that Bismarck. So it's going to be a nice, strong chain, too. And again, you do have the jump rings there, which is going to make it accommodate an extra 2 inch or an extra inch there as well, inch and a little bit, plus a little bit. Folks, we're doing these, believe it or not. You know, I said I doubt we had any items that were going to be in that range. These actually are going to be, you might want to grab them both to get the free shipping. So I stand corrected. This is 8 grams. Holy smoke. We're doing these for $59.99. I think somebody messed up because they lowered these. I think they lowered them to what they should have been after the Live 25 code, folks, but nuh-uh. $59.99. You end up getting these for $44. That's an outright number. $44.99. You have budget pay of $14. It's going to be broken down into 3 payments. You could get both of these home for $30 today. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes. After the code Live 25, of course. So you can get both of these home. That's the silver. Okay. These work for ladies. They work for gentlemen. Guys, ladies, you got Father's Day coming up. Get them both. Get them both. Killer opportunity on this. Amazing design. Each one of those individual, you'll notice each one of these individual wires here, the silver, in the case of this one, just the straight 925, but those have intricate detail too on them. So you get all this very thick, very three-dimensional work on these. I love it. I'm calling this the Bismarck here. But just a really beautiful weave style design. If you have any of the Palmet style chains, I think this works good with those. If you have, like I have a Borbador, I think this would look cool with. They're going to look cool really with any other silver or gold. I don't mind mixing metals. I think that's a cool look. But to be able to get both of these for $30 with budget pay, get them both home. If you're not in love with them, send them back. You will be in love with them. In fact, get them home. You'll have 30 days. You can go around, shop around, see if you can find a similar deal anywhere. And it's got to be, now it can't be mystery metal, right? This is not. This is 8 grams of 925. In the case of the gold, 8 grams with 14 karat gold overlay. So we've got lots of nothing but 5-star reviews, in fact, on these. There's only 2 reviews, but they're both 5 stars. So beautiful bracelet. Purchase 2. Just love the quality, says Patricia. Beautiful. My husband worked at a fine jewelry store, and this bracelet holds its own next to my $500 one. Solid gold ones. Whoa. I like it. Thank you for making it possible to own beautiful jewelry and gemstones. That says Cindy. So amazing responses on this one, of course. 500 holds its own with her $500 one.
Talk about mixing your metals.
Yes. Okay. And you're getting it for less than $50. In fact, if you want to do that budget pay, you can get both of these for less than $30. Now, if you get both of them, in that scenario, that would be where you're doing the budget pay. But if you get both of these, you won't pay anything on shipping because that'll get you over the $50 threshold. But if you just get one of them, might have to pay a little shipping. All right. So I gotta say, yeah, go for it, folks. This one is an amazing opportunity. I will say though, the silver one that we have here, there's only about 7. We've got enough in the gold, I think, to go around. Usually it's the other way around, but we've only got 7 in the silver. So this is going to be the gold one, but basically the exact same, that beautiful Bismarck weave. All right, let's take advantage of it, folks. That's an amazing value. Come on in and grab that. Again, these go up to 8 inches. Don't let that 7 scare you off because we've got the jump rings, all right? Excellent opportunity. Grab them both while you can, and that silver one probably will sell out with only 6 of those remaining, or at least 6 whenever we had these made this morning. So, shop 7, correct?
Shop 5. Shop 5.
This is shop 5.
Yeah, and then shop 6 is this new necklace that we're going to do.
Okay, I'm way off. Okay, so shop 5 right there with the Bismarck. Now, let's see here. So this is going to be this one.
Yep. That is
okay, correct. This is one, folks, if you got the shop 2.
Correct. You can bring that back in.
And I'm going to bring in the shop 2 just to demonstrate for you.
Nice.
Oh, I'll put it over here. So this is going to be the exact match. Now, do we have a bundling opportunity for them?
Let me see. Not seeing it, but I looked at the personal shopper and they could ask.
Yeah, because this. All right, we showed you that bracelet, right? This was the shop. Shop 2.
Yes.
Shop 2 was the bracelet.
2 options.
So we're bringing in this one now for you. Okay. Remember we had that bracelet with the first one that we showed you was, and there's also the gold version of that. Okay. Do we have the gold version of this necklace?
No.
Okay, so just the silver version of this one. Let's not focus on this Big Daddy here. In fact, I'll just take this off. That's cool though. That's coming up. That's gonna be that big chunky look. But this is a pretty chunky look too in terms of the width of it. Remember, this is right at about 1 centimeter wide, so it's gonna lay very nice and flat on the décolletage. Just shy of 1 centimeter on this one, actually. Just shy. Over 1/4 inch, just shy of 1 centimeter. But this one is going to be 20 inches. So I want to invite the gentleman in again. If you need that 20 inches, that's going to give you a cool look, right? So, gosh, the price we're doing on this one is wild.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, didn't we do the bracelet for more than that?
Let me see. No, we actually did the bracelet less.
Did we? Oh, gosh, we did. Wait. So, yeah, okay. Now, gosh, we're doing this for $79. $79 gets this home. That is unbelievable. It's 15 grams. You're talking about $59.99 after you use the code LIVE25. You've got a $19.99. We'll just round it up. That's a $20 budget pay. $20 budget pay. Not for Big Daddy here, but for this one, which is a very substantial, very weighty piece. And look at that. I mean, here, I'm just going to kind of hold it like that so you can see. Beautiful reflection on that. Of course, one of the most highly reflected metals in the world. How in the world are we getting this down to $59 after you use the code LIVE25? $59 on that one. That is an unbelievable value. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. But I love it. Look, I love this for you guys because, look, you're getting so much for so little. It's got the big lobster claw clasp, so if you do decide that you want to extend that, you're going to have the option to do so. But again, $19 or $20 basically gets it home on budget pay, and then you're going to have just 2 more payments. Just 2 more of, what would that come out to? Probably about 66 cents a day, something like that. Yeah, 66 cents a day for the remaining 2 months. And you got it. Absolutely gorgeous. And both sides, very similar. So if it flips around, that's I'm assuming you're under. The underside is a little bit smoother. So, but both sides are relatively smooth. But look at all the articulation there. I mean, this is like a weave there. Very, very nice. It's so luxurious. So got a bunch of good reviews there. Bought both the sterling. I guess they had the gold one back when she bought both the gold and the sterling silver. Nice larger lobster claw, lays down perfectly on my neck at 20 inches is the perfect length. I agree. Now this is Italian made, and it's even got the stamp. Italy. 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 You got the flexible mesh pattern there. It's going to offer that really graceful movement, intricate weave design there. Sterling silver, going to give you that lasting durability, of course. I love the lobster claw class, though, too. I'm a very big fan. And the 20 inches is ideal. So, let's talk about how many there are. Less than a dozen of these to go around, unfortunately. So, if you got either of the shop 2s, all right, then I'm going to highly, highly recommend that you get the shop. What is 6 now?
This is going to be shop 6, correct?
Yeah, so the matching necklace to go along with the matching bracelet. So if you grab both of those, not mad at you, wouldn't blame you one bit. I flipped around the wrong side. So you're going to have the kind of the higher texture, the sort of more The more grainy texture, I think, on the exterior, the smoother portion on the underneath. But it's really your call, because that even the grainier of them feels very comfortable on the wrist. So, but that was shop 2, these two. But this is the matching necklace. It is, and it could act. And look, if you wanted to grab a couple of these, maybe 2 of these in the bracelet, it could act as an extender as well. Got the exact same lobster claw clasp. So you could potentially turn this 20 into a 27, right? Yeah, because those were 7 inches. Yep. Come on in, folks. That is amazing. So look, for $19, I think we had a $15 budget pay on the bracelet. So yeah, I think some thereabouts. Or maybe it was broken down into 5 payments. Excuse me. But very, very limited. Just be mindful of that. On that necklace, especially. We're very, very limited on that one. The bracelet. Yeah, we did 2 budget payments on the bracelet, I think. Right?
We have 3 budget payments.
Yeah, it was $10. Okay, so $10, and then what? 20 on the necklace.
And then we had $20. Yes.
Yeah. So for $30, you could grab. Actually, I'd go ahead and do $40 budget pay, and grab the gold one as well. Layer the gold bracelet up, boom, with the silver one, and then get the necklace as well. And it'd all be under $50 with budget pay. There's no credit check, no interest payments, for those of you who missed that whole spiel earlier. So that's an awesome opportunity. Again, the necklace is shop 6. There's very, very limited supply. That is a last in stock opportunity on that one. So make sure, if you love it, that you grab it quickly. This is pre-surge pricing too, though. So just be mindful of that. All right, got this bad boy coming up here in just a little bit. That's your dragon cuff bracelet. Nice sort of bypass style on that too. Matter of fact, I'd like to here we go. We're going to do this one next. So this is the dragon. I was like, that's so cool. I was like, I'm putting it on. Bangle bracelet here. And typically, guys don't wear bangle bracelets. There's no rules, right? So that's the way I have it on, right? Silver is malleable. Now, this is going to be 7 1/4, but because, again, silver is malleable, it stays nice and secure, though. But it's got some bend to it, right? So you can always kind of take that off. So now this one I had to wiggle a little bit to get it on and off, but I said I had to put it on. It's so cool. But there you go. So you've got all this intricate detail right there. You've got the dragon's head. Look at that. Dragon, of course, known as the protector, the wise one. Perfect for Father's Day, Mother's Day. It's going to be and this is a heavy piece. We're talking over 30 grams of highly, highly reflective, beautiful. Look at that. That's a thick, gorgeous piece. It looks wildly expensive. It should be wildly expensive. You've got this sort of frosted style gold on this one. Or not gold, but silver on this one. But all the detail. And I like the fact you got the little dangle, the little charm, basically of him, the flame. Right?
Looks like the tail.
Huh?
So that looks like the tail.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? But it's like a flame.
It does.
So I think the way they had it situated was they had it kind of situated initially where it's like almost that flame was sort of coming out of the mouth there.
Dragon.
Super, super cool. This is the type of design you're going to see in a very, very high-end luxury retailer, right? With all the detail, even on the scales. You see that texturing on the exterior? You got a nice sort of on the interior, you got a really nice sort of almost like a snow blast kind of South style design. But this is very, very special. Now, where's that? The magnifying glass. Let's talk about the pricing on this one. Easily going to see this out there probably for about $1,500 most places. I'm just going to read what that says. Oh. Now this is interesting. Well, I don't know why I didn't just say this because it says it in the name right there. I was wondering what that was because I was like, that doesn't look like 929. This is 999. This is investment grade level. No wonder it's so white. Look how like blinding white this is.
It's like our bars.
So this is just like the bars. Holy smoke! You're right. This is very, very luxurious. Think about it. So 929 is going to be 92.9% silver, but this is just like, or not unlike, the bars that we talk about. It's 999.
That was a shop one on the bars.
And this was shop one. In case you missed that, these are the 5 grams.
Correct.
This is over 30 grams of investment grade level. Now we're talking super expensive. Gosh, I don't think you get this for less than $1,500 at the retail level. We have it at an estimated retail price of about $1,200. That is a pre-surge pricing. That's not the pricing that people are doing out there in the retail world. I think that price is in fact a little bit low. Usually, our estimated retail value is going to be a little bit on the higher end, and then you come down a little bit. In most places, right? They'll have it listed, something listed at $5,000. They'll sell it for $4,000 on sale or whatever. Fair, fine. But in this case, because I think this was the deal that we had to have made it like a long time ago. We had it at a long time ago price, and silver since the beginning of April last year to probably about where it's at now, I think it's gone up about 30%. Okay? You can check that out for yourself. But folks, this one is spectacular. This is unique. And to get it in 999, this is the first time I've had the opportunity to sell jewelry that we've done here that's in pure silver, like 100%. 92, just look at it in terms of like this. If we were to sell you a 24 karat gold bracelet versus a 20 karat gold bracelet, right? That's kind of the difference, or maybe a 22 karat. But in terms of the purity, as a 20 or 22 karat's going to have a little bit of more alloys mixed in with the gold. But this is investment grade quality. This is fantastic. And we're doing it today for $199. Now think about this. You're going to take 25% off of that. That's going to get this down to $149.99. $149.99. You can get it on budget pay. We got broken that down into 5 payments of $30. You get this home for $30. You pay $1 a day for the remaining 4 months, and you've got investment grade quality. You've got 999 investment grade silver. This is amazing. Now, because it is 999, you're probably going to see it oxidize a little bit faster than normal. So maybe after about a year, or after maybe 6-8 months, you notice maybe it's not quite as bright. No big deal. You take a little toothbrush, just polish it, and you're back to that beautiful, most highly reflective metal in the world. But this one almost has I like the texturing that they did on this. It's almost very much like a snow blast. It's not really reflected here. That looks more like the high polish. This one's got when you see it in person, it's almost like that snow blast kind of feel. It feels very smooth underneath, obviously, but the texture on top, that is fantastic. How cool is this? You're getting it for $30, budget pay. Come on in, folks. We've got about 10 of these to go around. Okay? So cool. And again, you can kind of bend that however you need to. It's going to be a malleable metal. Just be very mindful. Try not to bend it like crazy too much. But that is spectacular. Okay? Solid silver. 99.9999 with that very cool dragon. And you even got the tail that's got a little flame too. So basically you can kind of cuff it and have that sort of look there. As if he's blowing a little flame. How cool. I love it. 10 of those to go around. So this is shop...
this is going to be our shop 7.
Excuse me. I'm going to be shop 7, okay? Now, I'm going to take this time. Oh, you got both of them right here. Okay, because you just put one back. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, if you want to grab 2 of those and just have dueling dragons, you put on one on that way, one on this way. That'd be kind of a cool look. Dueling dragons, not dueling banjos. Okay, nobody got that. But okay. That's an amazing piece. $9.99 silver, folks, in a bracelet. I love it. Real quick reset. If you just joined us, my name is Chris. I'm here with the wonderful Elias. That's my producer. He's going to be answering any questions, or he's the first line of defense to answer the questions because I'm sitting here yapping. But any questions you guys have, you want me to answer, I'm more than happy to try to answer them if I can. We encourage you to like, share, subscribe on your various social media platforms. Now, if you decide, and you have to have seen something already, because we've shown you a lot of amazing stuff, a lot of stuff that's going to be last in stock. But if you decide you have to have whatever it is that we're showing you here, that the price syncs up, it's in your budget, you can make that work. You love the piece. You want to, or maybe you just want to find out more about it. You're going to go in the comment section right here. All right, you are going to put in the code shop. For example, the last one was shop 7, correct? Yes. The dragon?
Correct.
All right, we got shop 8 coming up right now, which is going, these kind of look similar.
Yes, we have both sterling silver and yellow gold.
Right, but these two kind of look similar. The picture's a little grainy over there. Let's see, 51.84. So you see what I'm talking about? That one's right there is the more graduated. This one's like the same all the way around.
That's it.
Okay, this is it. Okay, this is like the piece de resistance too. This one's a massive, massive look. This is going to be shop 8, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so if you like that dragon that we just showed you, shop 7 in the comments section. Click on that. That will redirect you to the website, or in the case of our TikTok friends, you're going to get Elias is going to send you a quick code. Correct. Or a little SKU number that you can then go to shoplc.com or call the personal shopper.
They can do both. Call either.
They can click on it though? I thought they clicked on it and it redirected them to
yes, once they click on the SKU number on TikTok, they'll copy that and then they'll go to our website.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I've been saying wrong. That automatically you're just going to send them a link. Okay. So he's going to give you a SKU number, which you'll then go to shoplc.com, punch in that SKU number in the little search button on shoplc.com. So that's for TikTok, and I apologize because I've been saying that wrong. For everybody else, you just put shop 8 or shop 7, shop 2, whichever one you're interested in the comment section. Click on that, and that will redirect you to the website where you'll find out all the information. You'll see multiple pictures of it. So if I flash it in too quick, and you're not really satisfied by that, or you want to see it on maybe an actual attractive model instead of just me holding it up next to my big head or big hands, this is going to allow you to do that, and you can check out and everything. You can put in the code LIVE25. So that's how you go about getting an item or finding out even more about it if you just want to kind of do a little bit of research into it. Now, this next one, this is Italian made. Italian made has a very nice pedigree, especially when you work with the Italian designers that we work with here. Some of the best in the world. There's like 2 or 3 of them. They do some of the most fantastic work. They take something that could be just a normal chain. They could do a rope chain. Heck, they could do it. They could just do a little regular snake chain and put a little twist on it and put some extra sparkle, a little bit of fairy dust on it, and they just make things better. Ours in particular, but the Italians in general are known as some of the best artisans and metallurgists in the world. But this one is the big one, though. Guys, if you're wanting that very, very large one, you want to get Dad something, the baller chain for his birth or for Father's Day, this is going to be it. Ladies, you like that chunkier look? Absolutely, this is going to be it. This is a 22-inch, and it is heavy, 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 heavy. All right, you got all these multiple links. Look at this. Look at that. Kind of looks like a rope, but almost like a DNA strand, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Look at the detail there. So this one, very, very strong. This is the gold one, right? Or were they separate?
Yes, they are.
Okay, so we're calling this shop 8, right?
Shop 8 on the silver, gold, yes.
Okay, so this is shop 8. It is probably the most heavy duty one that we have here today. In terms of gram weight, for sure. This is almost 52 grams. Okay? It's awesome. Ladies, yes, yes, yes. Gentlemen, yes, yeah. Here, I'm going to take my little rope chain off from home. That's why I like a 24-inch, right?
We are doing the same pricing as well on the Sterling.
Okay, so we're doing both of these, but that'll be shop 9, right?
Yes.
Okay, so, excuse me. Allergies. All right, so, friends, here's the issue. These are going to sell out, no doubt, because, A, we're doing it for $439. It's over 51 grams. It is heavy. It's 22 inches. That's the ideal. That's my favorite length. All right, 22 inches. So it works. I'm just demonstrating. This works for the guys too. But once you use the code LIVE25, we only got 3 of these. 3. So it's going to sell out. Once you use the code LIVE25, that $439, which is an amazing price on something that should be probably $2,500 easily, and looks like $10,000 or $11,000 because of that gold overlay. We're calling this the La Bella Fantasia chain. I don't care what you call it, but it is awesome. And it's Italian made. You're going to get it down to $329. You have a less than $100 budget pay opportunity on this. It's going to be $65.99 to get this home on budget pay. You're then going to pay about $2 and a couple pennies a day for the remaining 4 months. That is spectacular. Those go all the way around. Big lobster claw clasp. 3 of them. That is it. There was only 3. Might be less now because I suspect this one will sell out. This is for somebody who wants the absolute best, wants the absolute biggest, and that kind of really bold, solid look. This is going to be your jam. 22 inches works great for the men, great for the ladies. And again, that's not graduated. We are going to show you one that's graduated. It looks a little bit similar. That's why I was having a difficult time. But this one is just thick all the way around. Of course, got a big lobster claw clasp there. Going to keep that continuity for the most part. But that's going to make it super easy to work with. That's a lobster claw clasp. Even me, who doesn't like messing with them, and because I'm like, But this one's so big, it's super easy to work with. But that one, that's going to be the sign of luxury. So if you want the big boy, this is going to be 51.88 grams, bathed in gold. So again, it's going to give you that 10, 12. I mean, if we're talking about 52 grams in solid gold. But that's the look you're going to get. You're going to have it for a long, long time. Put a lot of gram weight or a lot of microns of gold on top too there. So this one, I should have been wearing this the whole time. I wasn't sure. I thought it was a 20-inch, and I was like, that's so thick. Because a lot of times when they're thick like this, a 20-inch becomes like a 19-inch on me. So the 22 kind of becomes like a 21 on me because it is so thick. But man, is that cool. I've been wearing that the whole time, and it makes you feel good. If you want that status symbol, this one's going to be it. Now, because there's only 3, that's going to sell out, no doubt. The next one we only have 7 of, and it's going to be the exact same deal, but this is going to be the sterling silver version. We're matching the price. We've got nothing but 5-star reviews across the board. So this one and the other one, you could both get them. This is going to be shop 9 and shop 8. Shop 8 and shop 9. Get them both if you can afford it. So here is the...
And we do have a matching bracelet as well.
So there's the silver version. But layer those up, ladies. Get them both. That's a cool look too. I mean, you could always twist them around together too if you wanted to. But that's super cool. Again, this is the 92 solid 925. Over 50 grams, both of these. Very limited, both of these. Get them both if you can afford it. Look, $65.99 times 2. What is that? $130? $132. $65.99 plus $65.99. Yeah, it'd be $132. You can get them both home on budget pay for $132. And if you like one more than the other, keep that one, give away the other one, or gift it, or return it. You have a 30-day inspection period. But again, we got nothing but 5-star reviews on this. A lot of heavy gram weight. It's an amazing look, both of them. Sorry, my allergies. It's that silly tree, that Austin tree. Oh my gosh. I'm allergic to awesomeness, apparently. Super, super amazing look, though. And look, that width goes all the way around. That is a thick, chunky baby right there. Italian design. It doesn't make the slinky sound. It's so heavy. It's just boop, boop. That's so amazing. Loving that. That's the silver. Shop 9, shop 8, and they're probably both going to sell out. Especially this one, because there's only 3 of them. I think we have 7 of these, or 8, maybe 8 of those.
We have 3 in the yellow gold, and then we have 8 in the sterling.
Okay, so 8 in the sterling. Okay, got it. Okay, 8 in the sterling, 3 in the yellow gold. So, if you love them, get them both. That's an amazing value. Either of them make great Father's Day gifts. All right?
Now, we only have the bracelet on this option.
But people are going to think you spent a small fortune. You're not going to get this for less than $2,000. I don't think. At the retail level, forget about it. Amazing. Now, here comes the matching bracelet. And our business today is, in particular, silver, if you just joined us. But we've also got some gold overlay. So what is that going to do? That's going to give you an expensive gold, because we all know the gold's like on a rocket ship to the moon, right? But it's also going to, not break the bank because you've got 925. But it's also, it maintains its value too, because look, we're talking about precious metal when it all shakes out. Now, this is going to be 8 inches, the bracelet. So if you get that necklace that I'm wearing right now, grab the matching bracelet. Could also, I believe, maybe, it's not quite, yeah. That could work as an extender as well. If you want to turn that 22 into a 22 plus 8 into a 30, for the ladies out there, if you want to have it hang down a lot lower, then that's going to be an option as well. We're doing this. It's nearly 20 grams. All right, that's a big boy. Italian design. You've got the Italian stamp and all the pedigree that comes along with that. If you can see that at home, I'm not sure if you can. So I love that. 925 also stamped. Yes, stamped there. So precious metal, but bathed in gold. $179. After the $179, or excuse me, after the code LIVE25 on this, you get it for $134. So $134, you got a $26 budget pay. So we had $65 budget pay on this one, $26 for less than $100. You can get both of these home. If you don't fall in love with them, send them back. They're going to be an easy sell. I can sell these all day, every day. On TV, we'd already been sold out. We wouldn't even still be talking. Because when there's so few of something that's such a great value, and at such a low price, it's super duper easy to sell. Makes my job very easy. I like that part about this job. We've got such great prices that nobody else can match out there typically. And you're getting it for a song. Amazing look there. Again, I think these work for the gents as well. This is going to be an 8-inch, ladies, just so you're aware. But there's nothing sexier than a nice little bit of drape. If you wear smaller than an 8, ladies, I wouldn't let perfect be the enemy of the good. I think this is still going to be an amazing look on you. But for the guys, definitely between this and this status symbol, look, you can wear this. I would wear it every day. If I had it, I probably would wear it every day. How many do we have this bracelet?
We are looking at...
This is shop 10, the bracelet.
Shop. We have 9.
We've got 9 of this to go around. We don't have it in the silver?
No silver.
So if you got the silver version, I think these go nicely together. So if you just got the silver necklace that was the match to, or the one, this was shop 9, shop 8, and this is shop 10 on the bracelet. But we only have the gold version. And you said we have how many? 12 of them?
9 on the bracelet.
9. We have 9 of these. Okay. We only have 3 of the necklace, but they're both super low. Okay. Huge opportunity. 50-something grams, nearly 20 grams on the bracelet here. All right, so we're going to move on. Amazing opportunity there. I love those. Matter of fact, I just gotta wear this the rest of the show. Okay.
I'm feeling that. Ooh, I don't think it's gonna fit you. It's gonna pinch your skin.
Oh man. Tight squeeze on the 8. Okay, because it's a kind of a chunkier item.
Yeah.
Okay. So because it's a little bit chunkier, again, same thing. Basically, you got to take off about maybe a 1/4 inch. So I'm going to call this, even though we had it as an 8. Yes, we could squeeze into it, but let's think of it more. And this is one of the rare times. Is usually we'll have the lower the inches, and I'm like, yeah, that'll work for an 8. This one a little bit tight of a squeeze. We could have gotten that on, but yeah, producer's worried about pinching me.
Try it again.
Yeah. Look at that. Okay, so we are good on the 8, but still a little bit tighter squeeze. But it's not like cutting off circulation or anything like that. No, I got some wiggle movement. I wear an 8 just for full disclosure, but I usually can squeeze into a 7 3/4. So I would say this is probably more. Oh, I don't know what happened because I twisted it all up whenever I was putting it over my wrist. So it kind of got all twisted up a little bit. That's probably what it is.
I like the matchy match necklace and bracelet.
That's a solid look, right? I get that. I mean, for Father's Day,
Perfect.
Dad balling out.
One happy dad.
Absolutely. Well, I'm a happy host right now because I get to wear it. I'm loving it. All right, now, if you want that similar kind of look, now this is going to give you it's almost like a Byzantine. This is a Byzantine.
Yes. Now they gave
but it's an Italian design Byzantine, so it's like I said earlier, they put a little twist, make it a little bit different. They add a little bit of class, sophistication. What were you about to say?
They gave us 2 options, but they didn't give us the yellow gold option as a option. So I'm gonna just give the SKU number on that.
Okay, so if you want the yellow gold, I'm just going to show them together then.
Yes, you can show them together.
All right, now I think these work for the guys too, quite frankly. Now they do slightly graduate, right? So this is going to give you, I think, more of the Byzantine look. So it definitely is Byzantine. I was like, this looks like a Byzantine. But we're calling it the La Bella Byzantine because it's Italian. Italians always make it a little bit better. They just take something and I was like, this looks kind of like a Byzantine, only better because it's also Italian design. All right? So, but the impression it leaves is that biggest point, right? So it's going to hang where it slightly graduates, but even the shortest portion of, or it's not. I mean, it's not like it tapers up all that much. Just a pretty decent amount there at the bottom, but it's still quite wide, even at the top where that lobster claw clasp is. Now, we're talking nearly 30 grams on each. If you want the gold, you said the gold one's the one you're going to have to send them a SKU for?
Yes, I'm putting the SKU in the comments.
Okay, so I'm just going to show them in conjunction with one another. We have the silver and the gold.
Yes, and this will be our Shop 10.
Shop 10. Okay, Shop 10. Both of them under that banner, right?
Yes.
Both under the Shop 10 banner. I would say maybe you just call the personal shopper?
Yes, and then we have 10 total in between the two. We have 7 in the sterling silver and 3 in the yellow gold.
7, 3. So probably going to see a sell-off, at least in the gold. Folks, we're doing this for $239. But after you use the code LIVE25, you're going to get it for $179 or $35 on budget pay. That's going to make it 5 payments of $39 or $35.99. Essentially a little over $1 a day after your initial $36 investment. And again, going to give you a nice, big, bold look. I love a Byzantine. I love an affordable Byzantine, which is what this is. But they're all in precious metal. You're talking 28 grams, 29 grams on the gold one there. So, because you got a lot of gold overlay, right? Very, very nice. Silver, and this is both Shop 10, right?
Yes.
Both under the Shop 10 banner. If you want the gold, you'll have to put in the comment section, hey, and Elias will send you the link for it.
And I did put it in the comment section already, Shop 10.
And you put it in the comment section and on the website there. So if you go to shoplc.com, live stream, you should see all of these. But these are probably going to sell out. Look, so limited, such an amazing price here. Nothing but 5-star reviews on these, nonstop. Beautiful bright yellow gold. No one will know this isn't real gold. Can't wait to wear it out. My BFF will be so jealous. And the price was outstanding. Looks like butter, she said. Edie said, I'm very happy with my chin. I'm sure she meant chain. Typo. But maybe she likes her chin. She might just have some work done. But I think she meant chain. All right, friends. So take advantage of this one. Look, less than $50 on budget pay gets it home. Byzantine, one of the most popular designs here. I'm desperately trying to get a Byzantine. I was going to get one the other day, but they sold out when I did one of these shows. So this could be that opportunity. It does graduate ever so slightly down there at the bottom, so you're going to have a nice, big, bold look, and that's going to be what really carries the day in terms of the impression that these leave. You've got the pedigree of Italian design on this one as well. So I'm not looking at the gold. The gold one has 5 reviews. It has a 4.4, so maybe somebody didn't get theirs shipped on time or something. But it's still super high reviews as well on that one. They're both going to be $239. So it's just the one with the gold is going to be just maybe like a gram or so more, just because you have to, of the gold overlay and everything. But a really cool look. I love the Byzantine too. That's also going to be a very strong link as well. But these are both very limited. So let's see what she said. Let's see what Thomas did. Wow, this is a magnificent piece of jewelry. It looks amazing and looks very expensive. It's exactly what I wanted. I'm so glad to find this. Byzantine chains of 22 inches aren't easy to find. Oh yeah, this is a 22 inch too. I love that about this as well. So 22 inches is the sweet spot. That's what this one is. So that's, for me, at least ideal. So if it's the guys out there looking to grab these, 22 inches and you have a 17-inch neck, this is about what it's going to look like. It's going to be the same length as this one. This was the previous item. But these are going to be shop 11, right?
Shop 10.
Shop 10.
Yes.
Shop 10. Very, very limited. Let's grab it if you're in love with it. The budget pay will be $35. Is that right?
Let me confirm real quick. Yes.
35 or $36. $36. So if you wanted to, you could grab both of these, call the personal shopper, see if they'll even take off a little bit more. But let's just say they didn't, for argument's sake. You could potentially get both of these for about $72. $72 on budget pay would grab both of those Italian Byzantine chains in the gold and in the 925. Super cool, super strong, big bold links. Definitely going to give you that nice power chain look. And of course the Byzantine, just the coolest ever. Layer those up, ladies. Why not? Yes, 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 and more yes. Now, we're going to move on just because of constraints. I think we're making pretty decent time, though.
Yes.
All right, perfect. Loving that. Talk about a whale of a deal. Amazing, amazing opportunity on that one. And apparently, like Thomas said, so the guys are liking that one as well. 22 inches, ideal. Now, let's talk about this beautiful bad boy. Now, this has got a lot of sparkle. This is what's called, this incorporates the use of what's called this sort of illusion style design. Okay?
And the same thing, we do have 2 options. They just didn't give us this as an option, so I'm going to give them the skew again.
We do have the gold version of this?
Yes.
Very cool. I love it. I love it. Now, what am I talking about when I talk about that sort of, the illusion style design? Because when you look at this one, the sparkle that you get from this, because, and I don't know if it's going to show, do we have a picture I can pull up behind me?
Yes.
Of it? Maybe I can show them on that picture, because I just don't know if I have the zoom capability. This is kind of a crude way of displaying these here, folks. We just don't have all the production. But it's also, we don't have to pay for airtime, too, which makes it fun, makes it cool. But you guys can see all that sparkle there. That's because of that illusion style design. You might have seen these used, like, say, for example, if we have maybe a smaller diamond, but you put it in an illusion setting. In other words, you have these rivets, these laser cut rivets in the gold, or the metal in this case, the sterling silver. And this one's got rhodium overlay as well. Yeah, so when you see this, you see that little... Basically, it gives you all these rivets, all these different sort of facets, so to speak, that make it appear as if this has micro pave diamonds, particularly, I would imagine, in this one, which is in the silver, because obviously diamond's white. But because of those sort of illusion style, sort of laser cutting, it sparkles like there's no tomorrow. You see all that sparkle. I know you guys can see that. And it makes it look like you have micro pave diamonds. It almost gives you the appearance of super, super shiny, like a diamond bracelet. It's so pretty. Excellent use of the negative space there. You've got a lot of nice links, intricately weaved. This is over 10 grams. We're doing it today, not for $500 or $400. We're doing it for $79. You take off 25% using that code LIVE25 on this, and now we've got it down to $59.99. You have a $20 budget pay. You pay that 3 times, $20, $19.99. You get it home for $19.99. You pay 66 cents a day for the remaining 2 months. And then you've got that beautiful link bracelet. So it's got we're calling this some sort of multi-beaded chain because technically you've got, those are kind of little individual beads there, but because they've got that illusion setting on them. Now we do have the gold version of this, which you see featured behind me. It's basically going to be ditto all of this, but with the gold overlay. We're doing them for the same price. They're both under Shop 11, right?
Yes.
Okay, so these are both going to be under Shop 11. Grab them both. If you can afford it, you can probably. I mean, gosh, talk about a stellar deal. We're calling this the multi-beaded. So
yes, this will be our number 11.
Okay, I see. I got you.
We have our 17, which I'm trying to verify what exactly is the difference, but I think it's the same thing as well.
Which one?
Our number 17.
Oh, let's see.
The only difference is maybe the length.
That one's 7.5 versus 7.5. Oh, because this one's a 7. Are they calling this a 7? So,
And then,
yeah, this is okay. So we have this in the 7.
yes.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, similar.
Oh, hey, we do have the gold here.
Yes.
Oh, we have it in studio.
Yes.
Excellent. Because I'm going to show them this. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually going to group them all together. So 11 and 12 are going to be together. All 3 bracelet sizes.
11 and 12. No, you're confusing me there, buddy. So, sorry. So
we're going to do all 3 sizes on the bracelets.
Okay, so we have all 3 sizes on them.
Yes, all 3 samples. We're going to go ahead and do them.
And they're all going to be the same price?
Yes.
They're all going to be $79.99, so basically $59.99.
$59.99.
We do have it in studio. Here's the gold version of that popcorn, or multi-beaded, we're calling it. Multi-beaded. How pretty. Get them both. Get them both. So we're just going to call them all Shop 11.
Shop 11 and Shop 12.
Shop 11 and Shop 12.
Yes.
Which is which?
So Shop 11 is going to be our sterling silver, and then Shop 12 is our gold.
Shop 11, Shop 12. Both the same price. Grab them both. $79.99 after Live 25 code. And layer those up, ladies. Layer them up, ladies. Do it. You can get them both for $40. Both home for $40 on budget pay. And then a little over $1 a month. $1.33 a day for the remaining 2 months. Because you only got 3 budget payments on those. Really cool. Nice thick look too as well. Maybe this sort of demonstrate it. See that illusion style, those multifacets that give you that sparkle. Kind of, sort of, I guess. All right, you get the picture. Those are amazing. I'm going to give you a receipt on the measurement there. Probably going to be right at 10 millimeters, I suspect. No, not quite. Somewhere. We will call it 1/4 of an inch. So nice thickness too. Maybe a little over 1/4 of an inch. Cool. Loving those. Shop 11, Shop 12, respectively.
Correct.
Excellent. All right.
I believe you had this one on earlier.
Oh, no, I didn't put it on, but I like this one very much. I was thinking about putting it on, but I thought it might be, I think it's a 20, or is it an 18?
20.
It's a 20?
Yes.
I probably could have. Yeah, ooh, I like this very, very much. Our business today is 925 sterling silver. And in the case of this Dragon, 999 sterling silver. One of the first times I've had the opportunity to sell the solid 100% silver. You've got the code Live25 too. That's right behind me there. So don't everybody remember to do that. Now, on this one, you've got the La Bella Italian popcorn. Well, let's call it popcorn chain. Not necessarily. It's got this nice texturing. I'm not even sure what you would call this, except for it's a super thick.
Like beaded work.
Yeah, almost. But to me, it almost reminds me of like a. The expensive saying it's not too long nug, but it almost does look like a dragon tail. Almost.
Yeah, I do see that. It's a dragon scales.
Yeah, this is super, super cool. It's probably got some. It's very heavy. It's like 22 grams, but I imagine it's somewhat hollow in between, so it's going to give you a nice, very expensive, thick look. But it's still very heavy too, very weighty. So maybe it's not quite as hollow as I think. But these are all individually. They articulate. Each one of those almost looks like the tail of a dragon, doesn't it? In many respects. But this is a very, very interesting, very cool piece. 22 grams, 22.22, 20 inches. Folks, you're going to get this for about $100, believe it or not. I think this works for the gents, works for the ladies as well. Or works for the ladies and the gents as well, I would say.
Kind of matches our bracelet we just did, our silver rhodium over.
It does. Oh, yeah, I think this will look good with that bracelet that you just grabbed. I think they're a lot of them would be complementary to one another. Yeah, that's a good call.
And this is shop 13.
This one's going to be shop 13.
13 on 13. We have 13 available.
And there's only 13 available. 13 available. This is shop 13. Again, I think this works for the gents. 20 inches, probably going to land about right there on me. But ladies, it's probably going to be a lot lower for you, I would imagine. I have a 17-inch neck. So this is definitely one you don't want to miss, especially when there's only 13 of them. That's enough to where we could probably do this on a television show, folks. And I always like to warn you of this whenever I get to something where if we have enough, sometimes if it's last in stock, we won't do it just for one on the TV side of things, unless it's going to make us enough money to where we can afford to pay for that airtime, right? But with this one, I think, and the fact that we have 13 of them, I think this is something that could easily be shown, especially in like an overnight or something, and that it would sell out because we just have a lot more viewing audience on the TV side of things, right? So I think if you love this one, you're going to need to move quick on it. It's got nothing but 5-star reviews. There's only 2 of them, but they're 5-star reviews. Bought this 20-inch sterling chain for my wife's birthday. She loves the chain and the quality. It's outstanding, very shiny, awesome, looks perfect. Perfect length for her. Definitely a 5-star chain. Thank you so much, says Peter. Appreciate it, Peter. Now, we've also got Charlotte, who says, very nice, impressed. I feel lucky to have won auction. Oh, she got this on an auction? Lucky. I wonder what she paid for it on that auction. We had those dollar auctions. I guarantee you, you probably paid more than $139.
If we have time, we'll go over the dollar auction.
I imagine there was a feeding frenzy on one of these. So a lot of times you can end up paying more if you get a feeding frenzy, but if she got it for like anywhere near where we're doing it, she scored. Because look, $104, that's amazing look. And a nice thick studded, it's got this nice 3-dimensionality to it as well.
She got it for like $15.
There's no way. Is that what Is that what she said?
I've seen people win stuff.
Oh, there's no way she got this for $15. See, it would have to be even in the middle of the night. There's no way, because I guarantee you people would have bid it against her. But she probably got a pretty good deal. The dollar auctions, yeah, we'll talk about that maybe if we have a little time. All right, folks, so I'm gonna move on just because I don't want to run out of time here. We're only got about 15 minutes in the show. And how many items we got left? 1, 2,
4.
3, 4. Okay. Yeah, let's move on because I don't want to run out of time. I want everything to be. Everything must be shown. All right. So amazing opportunity. That was shop 13.
Correct.
Shop 13. Here comes shop 14. I like this next item for the ladies, but I definitely like it for the men. This is going to be, I believe, a Bali Legacy piece. If it's not, it looks just like legacy piece because it's got this really nice sort of almost like hand tooled engraving in it. Viking chain bracelet. Ooh, remember we had the Viking chain necklace the other day. Well, this is that bracelet. So any of you that bought that Viking, this is so heavy too. 31.9 grams. Yeah, remember we had that big, thick Viking chain on that I had the other day? I think I was wearing it. This is so heavy. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, ouch. So 32 grams, gosh. Now, 7 1/4 is your length. So, ladies, if you need to go any lower than that, let's see if this is going to have the capabilities. No, I'm going to say no. But you do have all that hand-tooled sterling silver. It's not necessarily Bali Legacy, but this is done by hand, no doubt. You can tell and the detail in it. Even the lobster claw clasp. You see that nice inscription, the detail and work and all that? So this is a cool, super cool piece. I like this for the ladies, but I definitely like it for the guys if you can squeeze into a 7 1/4 if you want to grab an extender for that, or if you got that chain the other day, the very thick Viking chain with these sort of double links you see there, then this could act as an extender to that chain. I remember it's from, you guys can go back and look because there may have been one that got returned or something, you never know. I think we only had one of them though, if I recall correctly, so it probably isn't there available now, but who knows, maybe we got more in. But we're doing this, and it's probably and it's not one of them, it is hands down the heaviest bracelet that we have here today. If you're somebody that wants thickness, girth, that's important to you, you will definitely know that you're wearing this. You're going to get an arm workout when you're wearing it. With 32 grams. Folks, we're doing this for $239. You're going to, wait, you got the wrong information. Okay, good. I'm glad I didn't say that. $239 on this one. You're going to basically take 25% off with using the code LIVE25, right? And that's going to end up making this down to, wait for it. I love that I don't have to type in calculator here. I'm doing that. $179.
And we do have the same pricing on 2 sizes.
And we do have 2. Oh, we have an 8-inch in this.
Yes, we do.
Guys, if you need, or ladies, if you need the 8-inch, we're back. Okay, so we do have both sizing. I just don't have that one in studio. Okay, cool. That makes me very, very happy.
Your gram weight.
So 7 1/4, which is a true 7 1/4. The gram weight on the 8 inches is going to be even more because obviously it's just an extra probably 2 links. So you're talking, or no, 1 link, yeah, probably. No, 2 links. You're talking 35 grams on that one, but they're both the same price?
Yes.
I like that. I like that a lot. $35 on budget pay. You can get it in an 8-inch. So gentlemen, absolutely. Ladies, if you need the 8, absolutely. Or the 7 1/4. But that is a very, very cool and interesting link with all that hand-tooled silver and a lot of it. Show you the profile there. As you can see, you've got this, it's like a wave-style design on there. Here, look, probably easier to show it to you here. Yeah, so you got this almost like sort of like a wave. Very, well, Viking, I think, is apt. I got this Viking cologne the other day from, who was it? Well, I better not say because I didn't like it all that much. But it was very peppery, though. Anyway, there you go, folks. That is a very, very cool link. And again, it's very, very thick, but we have it in the 8-inch, so I'm super happy to hear that. If you got the, I think we only had one the other day in that 24-inch super thick Viking chain. Then this is the matching bracelet, and I hope you will grab it if you in fact are that person that was watching. This is a huge deal. All right, $35 gets it home on budget pay. We're gonna move on. We have the 8-inch as well. All right.
That was shop 14.
That was shop 14. Okay, shop 14, 7 1/4, and 8 inches available on those. All right. So, gosh, we're running out of time, dude. Let's.
We're gonna do next our bracelet. We have another bracelet, Texas bracelet. Oof.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, this is like the silver version of the one that I'm wearing, right? Yeah, the Rolo. But they're under different banners, I guess.
Yes, they gave us 2 separate banners.
Okay, I'm pretty sure this is because if guys or ladies, if you've liked the one that I've been wearing, that would be this one. This is basically the silver version of that. Pretty sure it's Italian. Yeah, Yeah. Okay, so, and then we've only got, basically we've got 3 more, right?
Yes. 2 more actually.
After this one.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm assuming it's going to be these 2. All right, so, sorry for the confusion there. All right, we're just about out of time, folks, but this is amazing. So you got an Italian design here on this one. This is the La Bella Rollo. We have it in an 8-inch. I like that. Do we have it in a smaller opportunity? No. Okay, so just in the 8-inch. But I would encourage you, if you love this look, you love that Italian design, you love a Rollo chain, you like the thickness of it, it's got a very nice, very strong link there. I'm going to suggest you do, and we'll probably just go to this one directly after. So this is going to be 14, right? This one's going to be 14?
Yeah, 15, shot 15.
This is going to be 15. I imagine this will be 16 because we'll go into the gold version of it right after.
I'm actually giving them a SKU because they didn't give me the option.
For the gold?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so 8 inches. We do have and they're the same price, you think?
Yes, same pricing is correct.
Okay, so we're doing this for $69, if you can believe it, which means you will take a 0.25% off of that with that code LIVE25. We're focusing on this guy right here now. This is 15, shop 15, in the comment section below. All right? And somewhere.
13 on your sheet.
13, yep, number 13 and 13 in the sheets?
Yes, on your sheet.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yep. We've only got 6 of these available, friends. Okay? There are only 6. 8 inches. So, works good on the ladies, I think. You might have a little bit of drape. But because of the nature of this, I'm going to check it. And if you need to go smaller, you should be able to. Because it's got a big, big lobster claw clasp here. Methinks. Yep. So you can take that as small as you need to, ladies. So you're back in. If an 8 was a little bit too big, you don't want the drape. I think drape's attractive on the lady, but it's your call, right? Because you don't want to get caught on things like that. I understand. So I'm not mad at that. Now, so you can choke this up as small or as big as you need to, up to 8 inches. $69. You're going to get it down closer to 50, and I'm glad it didn't get below 50 because now we're going to get the free shipping. So this is going to be $52. All right, $52.49. You have a $13 budget pay, so that's broken down into 4 payments of $13 if you so choose. If you love it, you want to get this one and this one home. This one we're going to have to put in the comments section. I'm interested in the gold version of this right now, and he will send you the SKU number for it, but it's going to be the same price too. So you could potentially get both of these, the gold version and the sterling silver version, home to you for about $27. You're going to pay nothing in shipping, so $27 on budget pay. You can get both of these home. And if you decide you want to return one of them, fair enough. You have 30 days to make up your mind. If you decide you want to keep them both, which I think is going to be the case, congratulations. You got it for $26. You're going to pay less than $1 a day, and you can grab both of these. It's an amazing opportunity. We're going to move on just because we're almost out of time. But I got to tell you, what a great deal on the Rollo chains. And I've been loving this one that I'm wearing here. I think it works for the guys too, okay? So for the ladies and gentlemen, amazing opportunity. And he just put the SKU, I think, down.
Yes, that is correct. Okay,
so the SKU should be there. If you have any questions, you can always call the personal shopper line, 888-835-2237. But the one in the silver is definitely going to be available. And that, or at least that one's going to be on our website as well. So now for our last design, I think we saved one of the best for last. This is going to be a textured Cuban chain. Cuban chains, they are all the rage right now. How cool is this?
I like the clasp one.
I do too. Holy smoke! This is like heavy duty. So I was wrong. I said that the Viking chain was going to be the heaviest bracelet we had. This one's 34.8 grams. I stand corrected. The piece de resistance in terms of bracelet, this one's super cool. Because you've got what is probably one of the most popular chains right now in the business, hands down, is probably the Miami Cuban, right? We're calling this the Texan Cuban, though.
I do too.
I like that a lot. Yeah, I love Miami, don't get me wrong. But, the dude who lives in Texas, I like this one. And it's the biggest one we've had yet today. I like, how do you, okay, I see. It's got a really intricate, that is an intricately deal. I was like, how the hell do you work this thing? It's so cool and so complicated that I had to figure out how to work it for a second there. I just didn't have the time to kind of look over this right before the show. That looks awesome. But look at all that detail, right? You got a big lock right there with all that texturing. And then you've got on the other side, looks like you've got like a Jaguar. Super cool. Oh, man. No, it's a drag. Is that a dragon? Yeah, it's a dragon. Holy smoke, it is a dragon. And look, the detail in that's a dragon head right there.
It is.
And then it snaps shut, but you have to, it's not, oh, I'm sorry.
That's like the dragon entering the lair.
Yeah, so you pull this, got like this little shifting, so there's the dragon head, so when you put it on, it snaps shut, locks nice and secure. So I guess that's a dragon head right there.
This is something I
it is.
Add to my collection.
That is awesome. Oh my gosh. So it's very, very heavy. How in the wide world of sports are we doing this for $199? You get it for $149. You got to get this one. You've even got, you've got all that texturing on every one of those Texas Cuban links. So those are going to look like scales, basically. Here, actually, this is the better way to show it to you. Do we have so here's, that's going to be a dragon, right, for sure. Dragon head. I thought it was like a bobcat or something. But no. And then you've got all these. So it's got a little scaling, kind of really, really detailed work in that 925 sterling. This is super cool. 8 inches, too. Now, will that work for our smaller wristed friend? Let's take a look here. Sometimes, but the Miami Cubans, those are such thick links. The dragon head's a little bit too big. There's even a dragon head right there, too. Right there. Blowing a flame. But that flame is actually the hook that snaps in. That snaps it shut. This is awesome, though. So detailed. So much texturing going on here. Friends, $29 gets it home on budget pay. 5 budget pays of $29. This is strong. Very, very strong. Ladies, yes. Gentlemen, absolutely. Father's Day gift, 110%. That is the look. That's a great way to end this show here. I love it, love it, love it. And not only that, both sides have that texturing, have that sort of scaling texturing in not a Miami Cuban. It looks just like a Miami Cuban, basically. The Texas Cuban. Textured, well, they're calling it textured. Oh, it's textured Cuban chain. Doggone it. I just glanced at it. I thought it said Texas Cuban.
I mean, we are in Texas.
I'm naming it the Texas Cuban. I guess I can't read. So it is a Miami Cuban. But they called it a textured, and I just glanced at it. I was like, oh, they call it a Texas Cuban. So I've renamed this one. We're gonna have talks to have that rebranded as the Texas Cuban. I love it. I love it.
Be our shop 17.
This is going to be shop 17. Grab that up. How many do we have of them?
We are looking at exactly 20 available.
Yes, thank you, because I want to grab it. Look, $29. If you get it home, it's not everything I said it is, and even cooler. Send it back. You probably will not, but you need a Texas Cuban.
Sweepstakes.
All right, let's talk. Real quick about the sweepstakes here, folks, that we just started 2 nights ago. What is it? Well, it's the Watch and Win. You see what we did there? Watch and Win, because you're going to, at the ultimate grand prize, which will be revealed on the 25th of June, my birthday, is going to be a Rolex. But you go and you can apply for it every day. It costs you nothing. So just go and register. Every single day you'll have that many more entries. And each day we're also going to give away $100 in Shop LC bucks, as well as a little goodie. For example, today, the goodie prize, which we're going to be announcing at the end of the day, if you get there and there's no purchase necessary, is a nice 3mm rope bracelet, about a $400 value. That is going to be the giveaway today, either that or the $100 Shop LC credit. So you got a bunch of chances to win, and it behooves you to do it every single day from now until the 25th, where we'll have the grand prize drawing for that date just 41. Classic Rolex style design, a watch. Gosh, I remember when I used to sell used ones 10 years ago. I think we were selling for like $4 or $5 grand, which was way lower than the 20 grand I think they go for. So there's no telling. They're probably like a $30,000 watch now. 18 karat stainless steel. You can look it up online, but it's the classic look. It's the one that Hunter has. If you've ever seen his, very similar to that one with the 18 karat and the stainless steel. So that is something you should be doing. Go to shoplc.com. Also, you can watch any of this. You can go back and rewatch this, and you'll have just the whole lineup right there. Except for the few that we had to give the special SKU number for. I want you guys to come back here again, if you would, pretty please, with sugar on top. It's going to behoove you because we're doing an Emerald Extravaganza blowout. Again, we crushed it with a lot of the emeralds. We've recently gotten some new ones in. I'll see you guys at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we're going to do this again with some emeralds. But go back and watch this. God bless you. See you soon. Cheers. I'm liking these. But I'm liking this big thick daddy that I'm wearing. I gotta get this one. If there's still one left after tomorrow, I am gonna get it.
That bracelet definitely caught my attention. That last one we ended.
That last one's strong, right?
Yes.
The texture. I said Texas cuter like an idiot. But I do like that then. Texas cuter.
Yeah, I was more fascinated by the clasp itself.
That clasp it's super detailed, right?
Yeah, the detail wise. I'm like, how did they do that? Like, that is definitely time and dedication.